A far-right preacher from Texas has a message to parishioners and to other pastors all over the world who are concerned about coronavirus. He doesn't think that you need to think about getting the shot, the vaccine. You don't have to wear a mask because Jesus has got your back. Let's watch.
Listen to me, I understand, and let me speak now to the cameras around the world, to every pastor that's watching this broadcast, to every Christian that is cowered in your home. I realize that for this last year that maybe you've been fed fear and fear and fear, but the Bible says that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. You have a sound mind. You don't have to wear the mask. You got Jesus. You don't need the vaccine. You got Jesus.
Jesus got to help you out with that sweat, boy. Like, let's keep it real. But that's Pastor Joshua Feuerstein, who engages in the inappropriate, irresponsible nonsense that is getting people killed across the country. So religion rocks.
So yesterday on Old School, another member show that you should check out, I went on a little bit of a tangent on how awesome progressive Christians are, okay? So we love you, keep it up, and spread the good word instead of the bad word, okay? But for fundamentalists of all the religions, this is what they do all across the world. And by the way, you got fundamentalist Muslim preachers saying similar things in other parts of the world, like, oh, no, Allah's got you, don't worry about it. Well, it turns out Allah, Jesus, Buddha, whoever it is, they don't got you because over 500 people a day are dying.
Does Jesus not love them?
Apparently not.
No?
Okay. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask Pastor Feuerstein because he claims that Jesus is going to protect you, but it's a fact, he did not protect them. Not only did 500 people die yesterday, but 500 people are going to die today. They're almost all unvaccinated, okay? And by the way, this country is at least 70% Christian, so likely there's a lot of Christians in that group. In fact, they'll be more heavily represented. The fundamentalists will be, because the fundamentalists are hearing this crap and they're listening to it, unfortunately. And so, but not only that, guys, 500 people are going to die tomorrow because they listen to that pastor, and a week from now because they listen to that pastor. And so he's literally killing his own flock. But he thinks, hey, this is a good way to get attention, and I bet I make a couple of more dollars, and then I'll tell my flock Jesus was in favor of private jets. Now remember, Jesus said, sell off all of your worldly possessions and help the poor, the hungry, and the needy. Have you ever heard any of these prosperity preachers and these fundamentalist Christians in this country tell you that? No, they tell you the opposite. They literally ask for their 9th and 10th private jets, and that somehow that Jesus will then help you, the sucker who gave him the money for all those private jets. So, and then on a more fun note, why do they all have to speak the same?
Because it's somehow speaking in a way that somehow people mistake for passion. I think they think it's passion, right? They think that God is communicating to them through this man, and for some reason they think it's more believable. I mean, obviously, I don't find it believable at all. I would rather look at the data that we have in front of us, the insane number of Americans who needlessly died during this pandemic. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them. And they continue to die, as Cenk pointed out, on a daily basis. And it's because of selfish, greedy, irresponsible people, yes, like this preacher, but also by our elected officials who were elected to protect Americans, to serve their best interests, but have decided to serve their own best interests and whatever their corporate donors want in terms of prematurely opening businesses back up and things like that. It's just, this is the world that we're living in, where profit motive, self-preservation, anything that incentivizes an individual takes priority over the common good, takes priority over public health and safety. That's the country we live in. We are in a uniquely awful position as Americans to respond to a pandemic because everything is commodified. We already live in a society that puts profits over people. So yeah, we're gonna continue responding to a global pandemic this way, knowing that a ton of people are needlessly gonna die because some people gotta make money, like that guy.
So I promised a couple of days ago that I wouldn't be as judgmental of Republicans. So I'm going to try it here, and I'm going to do what I counsel you guys. In family settings or friends settings, sometimes when you run into conservatives, I tell you guys to ask questions. So I would ask the same questions of this pastor and the people in his church and the people that listen to him. So why is Jesus against doctors? That seems weird, doesn't it? Why don't you ask your pastor? Because, and they're getting all the wrong information. Like when I say that all the doctors are in favor of the vaccine, right-wingers online go, no, they're not, it's split evenly. No, it's not split evenly at all, They're lying to you. The people that you think are your leaders are treating you like fools. Go get actual information. It's not that hard at all. You can Google it. You can Google it, and oh my God, I ran into this one conspiracy website. Yes, but how about all the other websites with actual doctors? How about you go and ask your doctor and 3 other doctors, 10 other doctors, and you will see they all say, get the vaccine. It's going to save your life. You're in danger of dying without it. So, it's like that line from Star Trek. Why does God need a spaceship? Why would Jesus be against all the doctors in the world? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Jesus want to kill off 500 people a day because they're unvaccinated? But wait a minute, if he's against vaccinations, why is he only killing the unvaccinated? Just ask questions, that's all. And maybe it'll help if you ask it this way. Jesus, what was he in favor of? Why is that more convincing? It's talking like that. It's so weird. Doesn't anybody just sit there and go, why are we talking like this? Nobody asked that question?
There were 1,000 people in that audience.
Oh, they love it. They love that stuff, yeah. I just want to see a pastor one day come out and be like, hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, they start throwing Jesus at them. Come on.
And somebody just to say Jesus instead of Jesus. Okay. I don't think his name was Jesus, but hey.
There's a whole like Toastmasters curriculum that helps you speak like that. No, I'm just kidding. There isn't. Sorry, Toastmasters. You guys don't do that.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.